Welcome back to the Gag Order, the only courtroom where the queens serve evidence and we judge them like it's our full-time job. Because emotionally, it is. Today, we're diving headfirst into the glitter-soaked, nerve-wracking, and occasionally questionable choices of the Pink Bracket Queens from All Stars 10. It's time to break down the drama, the designs, and the delusions, because 3 episodes in, and I'm already spiritually eliminated.
Apocalypse and Avocados.
Quick reminder for our doom scrollers tuning into the audio only version of this episode. You can find the video version with Queen's looks on our YouTube channel, or find the images we are reviewing at the links in the episode description so you can follow along.
Before we sashay into the reviews, a quick disclaimer. The images and clips discussed in this podcast are being used under fair use for commentary and review purposes only. We are in no way affiliated with RuPaul's Drag Race, World of Wonder, VH1, MTV, or Paramount Plus. All opinions expressed are entirely our own, and we say them with love, not hate. We are huge fans of the show, the art, and the queens. And this series is our way of engaging with the community, celebrating the talent, and living our best lives through a little glitter-fueled conversation. And if we roast a look or clock a performance, just know, it's all in good fun. We could never do what these queens do. Welcome back, Doom Scrollers and Drag Race fans. We are here for part 2 of the Gag Order, and today we are going to review the Pink Brackets run in the preliminary episode, or preliminary rounds. I've got Peter with me today to talk about the Pink Bracket. We've got a lot to get through, so we're going to jump right in. Let's sashay into the first Runway challenge, the first challenge of the Pink Bracket, which was a design challenge. But before we talk about the outfits, let's just talk about a little bit of the drama that was in the beginning of the episode between Tina and Mistress. What did you think of that, Peter?
I really think it'd just be interesting to see Tina's receipt. She claims that Mistress slid into her DMs. I don't really know how that's possible or why she would do that, or think that Tina, by any stretch of the imagination, she's not the most good-looking man, but she's definitely a 10 compared to Mistress, so I would like to see what's going on there.
Yeah, I would like to see the receipts too, because I don't know, the way Tina got upset, but threw that out there, it almost seemed legitimate, and then Mistress got backed down kind of quickly about it. And obviously she came back with a snarky little comment, but I expected her to would have expected her to go harder if it was not true.
Yeah, I mean, she kind of did the thing where people just keep talking over the person so that they can't get their point across. Usually that they do that when they're guilty. So, yeah. I mean, congratulations, Mistress. You tried to get someone way above your level and pay grade, but let's see how that turns out for you.
You can always count on Peter to be savage. What about... Oh, what? I was going to say, what do you think about Lydia asking Mistress to adopt her?
Oh, I wouldn't have asked that, mainly because there wouldn't be any food in the house. But
Lydia does look like she could use a sandwich.
Yeah, not the right house to live in. I think that it was partly strategic on her part. She just wants to get further in the competition, but she's actually really good as a drag queen, so I don't think she needed that. It was more so that she could skirt by in this particular round, because Mistress was kind of pissing everybody off and going for everyone. So I think that if she wanted to be her daughter, she wanted to do it so that Mistress's eyes were on everyone else and not her.
That makes sense. I can see that.
Yeah.
I feel like Lydia is too nice to be Mistress's daughter. I don't know.
Yeah.
She just seems like a nice
She definitely doesn't eat enough to be Mistress's daughter.
My God. All right, moving on. Let's get into these looks. So, first, I believe we have a clip of just the queens walking the runway, so all six of them, and then we'll kind of break down each queen's individual, our thoughts on each queen's individual looks. We check that out. So, I mean,
Something about it I just don't like.
yeah.
I love Carrie's hair, but I think that it could have been better. But for someone who's not a seamstress, it was definitely well done.
Yeah, I like the top, and her crazy hair pieces are actually starting to grow on me the more I watch her.
This one's a little weird for me.
There's something about it that I really like.
Sorry, we'll get to that.
I have a lot to say about this, so I'm going to save this for when we're discussing this individually. Oh
Oh boy.
no. I think she was trying to do like the same thing that Deja was doing in her entrance look with the stars. Neither one of them succeeded.
She messed.
Yeah, this is stunning.
Yes, this
Though.
is very well done.
That's
This is
that
a
I love.
this is a big thing for Tina. First up, Georgia.
So, okay, I like it better in this picture, but I will say that she's definitely not a seamstress because you can see the undergarment and stuff. Like, I don't know if it's the hemming or the cut because I'm not a seamstress. So don't get me wrong, I couldn't do it, but I don't love
Yeah, I
it.
don't like it. Yeah,
I
I
don't
don't
love it. I
like it
don't hate
either.
it.
It's like she
I just
stapled a curtain to. I think she was trying to do a bodysuit. She kind of missed, and she missed sewing her crotch too, which looks insane. But yeah, I don't know. It's like 15 different curtains altogether. It's not very different than what she normally does. The only thing that is different is her makeup.
I was gonna say I really love her makeup this season. I think it's like her makeup has always been good, but I think it's like gone up a level. It's very drag and very pretty all at the same time.
Yeah, it's very telenovela for me. I like it, but I wish she would stick with her regular eyes and not put those fucking awful contacts in that make her look possessed.
Oh, the like honey brown eyes.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't,
not cute.
there's something about them that I love. I don't know why. Every time I see them do the close up on her with those contacts in, I'm like, oh my God, I can't stop looking at her eyes. Maybe it's just because they look crazy. I don't know.
They look crazy to me.
All right. So who do we have next?
Tina, love this. It was very well done, and it is elevated for
I
Tina.
I actually can't believe that this was made there. Like I know
Yeah,
it was, but it's looking at it, that coat, the arms with the fur cuff and the pants, those pants with the seams, the high waisted and like you can see the little seams in them. Everything about them is just done so well. I can't
yeah,
believe yeah.
it's really good.
Yeah, like
I love
that's
that she lined the coat and everything with the fur, and it just, I don't know. I didn't even see this kind of detail work on her season.
yeah, it screams rich bitch, and it's crazy too because it leans to her signature color palette, but
Mm.
without actually looking like it does. I didn't even realize it did until just now when I was thinking about how well it worked for her.
Yeah, and that nice candy red shoe with the little gold embellishments on it, that looks awesome.
Yeah, I even like the hair, like all of it, everything about it looks. It's so well done.
It is, I agree. This is definitely a win for Tina.
Yeah, if I were gonna rate that, it would be like a 12 out of 10.
Yeah. Carrie Colby.
I want to like it more than I do.
For someone who doesn't sew, this is
It's pretty good.
it's passable. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
I
hate
like her
it.
little Horton here's a who hair.
Yeah, I think that's what like really ties it all in for me. It's like a whimsical meets tropical vibe for me.
It's very much like her drag mother. Something
Yeah,
she would do.
yeah,
It's
I
like
could see
paying
that.
homage. I don't particularly love the bra here. Kind of looks like fungus on one side, and the other side looks like some sort of virus strain.
I just
But
I don't like that
sorry.
they look like they're shaped different. Like
Oh,
the
one boob is always bigger than the other.
But not even that. Like it looks like one is like more of a cone shape in the cup, and then the other one is more rounded. I don't know. I could
Hmm.
just it might just be the angle of the picture.
Eh, it
But
was
it
an okay night for Carrie.
but it's also kind of giving me, do you remember on UK versus the World when Vanity Milan did the thing with the like orange ropes? And then
Hmm.
King did something similar in the last season of Drag Race. It's kind of giving me
Yeah.
that, but better.
It's supposed to be braided, but for her, this is passable. But anyway, gotta move on.
All right.
Lydia!
The
I don't
butthole.
know. I liked it, but I don't at the same time.
Do you not
Maybe
like that
that's
she
what she
looks like
was
a little
going
pound
for.
cake?
No, I don't. I like aspects of it. I like the zebra print bodysuit. I like the fringe on the gloves. I kind of like her gum juicy fruit wrapper clutch that she made,
Yeah.
but I don't know. It's just a lot. It's like eye fucking my retinas. It's not cute.
I think that when I first saw it, I liked it so much because of how well it's constructed. It's made
Mm.
really well. You can tell that she knows how to make clothes. There's not really any flaws, but the more I look at it, the more I'm like, if this wasn't a design challenge and you just came out wearing that, like you brought it, would I be wondering why? Probably. It,
Yeah, I
no
don't know.
shade, just there's something about it that, like you said, it's a lot. It's just a lot.
There's too much drawing your eye.
Yeah, I almost don't know where to focus. It's not like everything is an accent. It's like everything is a distraction.
Yeah, and the wig is not helping. Like I think that if it was black or something, it might be less harsh. But I don't know. This one, I know what happens with this one, but I think this one could have been better.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh my god. I'm sorry, Mistress.
This to me
Can
is,
can
I don't
hold on,
know.
before we start on her look, can we at least talk about like she always looks like a fish in the fish tank when she gets on the runway? She's like as if it makes her look sexy. Anyway, that was my spiel. This looks like fucking Eep from the Crudes.
I knew you were gonna
I
say
don't like
that.
it.
It's so
Don't
bad.
like it.
Her hair looks like a feather duster.
Yeah, it does. Get in the cracks with that shit. I don't know. I don't like it, and I don't like her. So it really makes it hard for me to appreciate anything she's constructed. Plus, I really hate her makeup. Her lips. And okay, her eyes are really nice, but her lips, the overdrawnness of them, when you actually see it in the confessionals and like in Untucked, you can actually see her lip line. She has like no lips, so she draws it all the way up to her fucking nose to
Oh my
look
god.
like that.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. It really does go like right up to her nose. I never noticed that before. That must be why sometimes it looks like she has a mustache on. Because remember I said that in the promo
Yeah,
look.
yeah. Other than that, I don't know. I really don't like it. I
There are
don't like the purse.
the anal bead purse.
What the fuck is carrying like the little leprechaun cauldron from Lucky Charms like say about the rest of this outfit? She's giving cave woman carrying Irish Lucky Charms. I don't know.
Oh my god.
She looks crazy. I don't like it.
Don't like it.
Sorry. What you're saying?
No, I was gonna say like there are things that are nice. brown material, metallic material with the that tiger print. It looks
Yeah, it's
nice
tiger.
together. To me, the biggest issue isn't in this scene in this picture. It was the back
The walk.
and the
The
way she
walk.
could like barely move in it. And then Denali like shared a picture on I think Twitter, and it was of this woman, a pencil drawing of this woman with a massive butt carrying it with like a stick over her shoulder, and she basically said it's the same thing, and I can't unsee that now when I see this outfit. I'll
Yeah,
share
it's
it on our
hideous.
social media so everyone can and vibe in it with us.
Next up, we have Nicole Paige Brooks.
I,
This, no.
I can't even look at the computer screen right now. I wanted her to do well coming back so bad just because she's from season 2, and it's always nice to see one of the original queens from the show come back and do good and like hold their own against the newer, more, for lack of better words, energetic queens. This is not it.
Yeah, I don't like this one at all. It was very poorly constructed. She did a really good job at being bad this season. And also, look at the fucking gimpy ass foot in the stance. It freaks me out.
Oh, yeah, that's hard to look
Why
at.
is her freaking right leg like talking to her left toe? I don't know.
Also,
I saw it.
why
It was awful.
why doesn't she wear any tights? Like I know
She
that that's
thinks that
some
her
girl's
ass
thing,
is beautiful.
but those aren't legs that don't wear tights.
I mean, she does. She has nice legs. It's just that she's way too comfortable with her body to not see the frigging pancake ass she has. That's all I had to say.
I don't know.
I still see a man when I look at this, but moving on. We now know from this that the winners of it were Lydia and Tina.
I mean, I guess I agree. I think Tina definitely.
Mhm.
I guess out of everybody's, I think that Lydia's was probably the one that was constructed next best. So it makes sense. What
Yeah,
I was gonna say, what did you think of the lip sync
I
ladies?
thought that the lip sync was all right. I obviously think Lydia destroyed her, but Tina definitely held her own. So
Yeah, I think Lydia did. Lydia's just such a performer, but there was
mhm.
a point in time when I thought that Tina might take it.
Yeah, until that.
Yeah. Until Lydia did the thing where she like fell on the ground, essentially. That's when I was like, okay, no, she's got it.
The reveal was really good, very smooth
Yeah.
for Tina. This, I don't know. It's a little bit much, but it was very well deserved
Rue loves that
for
shit
Lydia.
though. Rue loves when the queens are a bit too much.
Rue feels something now. In
So
general.
they lip sync and Lydia
Ugh.
wins to win the extra
No.
point. 4 additional points that are going to be given out each week and to the bottom 4 queens, but they have to hand those out to the queen they felt was the most valuable queen of the week. We saw in bracket 1 that most of them tried to play pretty fair, and this time around they did not.
Yeah,
How
they
did you feel
didn't.
about that?
I think Mistress
Thing?
is a terrible person. You can see her lips there that I was talking about. And to kind of like bully your other queens into giving you your point and to only turn around and give it to the other person that you're talking to is fucked when they all said that they were going to exchange one for one for one. And I think that everybody deserved to be on an even playing field anyway. So I don't think it was nice.
No, I completely agree. I think that excuse me. Also, like the way she was like gaslighting Nicole about, "Oh, that's not family values. You want to give it to Carrie. You need to give it to me." And then
Mhm.
refused to go until after Carrie went. And like the whole time they're laughing in their faces. Part of me
Yeah.
feels bad for them, and part of me is like, you didn't you didn't see them scheming in front of you, because the way it looked to us,
Very well.
it looked like it was very obvious.
Yeah, I don't know. People always want to believe the best in someone else.
Yeah,
I don't think Mistress has a side that isn't about her.
I
But
agree. You're right. So that's how the points dole out. So Carrie and Nicole get screwed. They don't get any points. And Georges
mhm,
and Mistress each get two. So they're tied with Tina. And our front runner right now is Lydia, moving on into the next episode. So
right.
now Mistress has agreed to adopt Lydia with her win.
Mhm.
And Nicole did not seem too happy about the way that Mistress was willing to just give out the Brooks name.
Yeah, but they're two different sects, so as Mistress has so aptly put it out, Mistress is from the Texas Brooks and Nicole is from the Georgia Brooks. So I guess it is what it is. It's done now. But
So we have the Little Shop of Horrors runway looks, which was supposed to be both floral inspired, and I believe he wanted some Little Shop of Horror esque
yeah,
looks out of it.
I see the Audrey too that everyone's trying to do, especially in Georges's look. This one I thought was stunning for Nicole until she fucking took it off.
Oh, yeah, it was really nice, and then she started that reveal, and I just did not understand what was happening, or the little lizards.
Yeah, it just didn't make any sense. This one's beautiful, but Lydia always does well.
I liked her interpretation.
Y-
This is giving
This,
Bowser.
yeah, I don't know what's going on with this. It's no, that just made it worse.
This one,
Oh, yeah.
I'm conflicted about this because I think, like, as an overall performance piece, it's stunning. But I think that the like look itself is a little bit, I don't know. It's not the
I
best
don't know.
look.
And with Georges, I just we'll get into it.
Mhm.
Right. Georges.
I really like this. I love all the different colors of green that you can see. I think it's really playful. I like it a lot. I don't, it's not my favorite of the night, but I like it a lot.
I want to like it more, but I feel like with Georges's aesthetic, it's kind of the same, but now it has chaps.
Another bodysuit
Yeah,
or
it's another
prom painting.
bodysuit with gloves this time. Yeah, with gloves. And I think that the hands, the what do you call those? The thorn fingers, they look great. It does go with the theme, but I wasn't impressed.
I like the hair a
I
lot. I
think
think
that
it's cute.
yeah, her hair reminds me of those candies that you get at Christmas in the little candy dish that, you know what I mean?
Yep.
They're your grandmother puts on the table at Christmas. Her hair looks like it tastes like watermelons right now.
I agree.
That's why. I tried to say something nice, like I love this with this on.
If she stayed like that, I honestly think that if she stayed like that, while I don't think her performance in the roast was the strongest, I think she may have had a chance of being in the top because
Yeah, I
her
agree.
roast was funny.
Hmm. I don't know. I love the flower in the eye, all the little details of the cactus and the little spikes on her head.
I was gonna say all the little
But the
spikes on the
moment,
bustle too are cool
yeah, I never noticed those. But she's also wearing the same shoes from the last runway.
with her
And
cliffhangers.
yeah,
For
so
anyone
I
who
don't know
doesn't
about that.
know, I'm assuming anyone listening or watching knows what a cliffhanger is. But if there are any any fans of the show that are new to drag, it's when the queen's toes hang over the front of the shoe because their feet are too big for them.
Yes. But had she kept this on, I think it would have been great. But she didn't. And then used that half-assed explanation to say that the white was the middle of the fruit. I don't know.
When's the last time you peeled a cactus? Never?
Never, because they don't exist here in the north. Anyway, moving on. I've got nothing nice to say, so I'll say it. This is too fucking much, and the way that she like pads and stuff. Look at how tiny her legs are,
Oh, yeah, I never
and
noticed that.
the rest of her is just like boom. I don't, I don't know, and I don't know what the like crazy fucking coronavirus tits are. They just,
It
I
reminds
don't
me
know.
of that Ginger Minge's entrance look for her last season of All Stars. That like toad looking outfit that she wore with little like pink bubbles on it.
Mm,
That and
yeah,
Bowser.
kind of.
Oh, and that
At least
Digimon.
Ginger. Sorry.
That Digimon with the cactus Digimon.
Oh my god, I used to watch Digimon. I can't remember her name though. But yeah, kind of. This looks like something you just don't want to encounter in the wild.
Yeah, I can't.
And you can see her lips again.
Mm.
All right, you can start this one.
I think at first it was cool. I think she looks great. Don't get me wrong. I don't think she looks bad in any way. It's very sexy. It's very on brand with the like whores aspect of the runway theme. I just feel
Hmm.
that separate from like coming out of that piece at the beginning to this, it's just not like All Stars runway.
I think with a lot of trans queens, they rely too much on their body. It looks great. It's just like you said, it wasn't enough. If had she kept the entire piece on in the back, it probably would have been like just fine. But she felt the need to rip it off and come out basically naked.
Yeah, I think if she would have taken that piece off at the end of the runway and then strutted the front of it with just that on, it would have been more impactful.
Yeah, and then she's got her sea anemone hair going on again.
I told you she's got these crazy hair pieces this time around. I'm kind of living for them. I was almost like waiting for what she would be wearing the next week.
Yeah, this one's really good. Okay, I love Lydia, but I hate her nose contour.
I know you're gonna say that.
It's terrible. Like, I just don't like it. But this look is great. I see that she has Audrey too,
Yeah.
a nod to Little Shop of Horrors on her hand. I wish she didn't have the fake Christmas holly berries hanging off the other side, kind of takes me out.
Yeah, I didn't really
Um,
realize that it looked like that until you just said it. It all blended to me, but now I'm seeing that it's kind of a disconnect.
yeah, I love her beehive though. I don't know if that's like a jewel or something in the top. That looks cool.
Yeah, I think it looks really cool. I like the style of the dress with the hair, and aside from the nose contour, I like the makeup with it, with everything. I think it all goes really nicely together. I think she's a superstar. She's so young, so I really think that she has a really big future ahead of her.
Yeah, I agree. I like this.
And she did amazing in the roast. She did phenomenal.
Yeah,
This
she did.
this was beautiful. I have to give Tina a lot of credit for her fashion this time around. Her fashion was on point. She looks beautiful in this, and it's such a this is a Drag Race All Stars style outfit. Like it,
Yeah.
I can't say anything bad about it.
It's giving me Chi Chi Rodriguez at the end of Tu Wong Fu meets Mantis from Guardians of the Galaxy because of the headpiece.
Yeah, I agree.
It's very beautiful. I don't necessarily like her boots.
No, I was just gonna say I didn't notice the boots until now. They're kind of like a off-white color, so they're throwing me off a bit.
They look like spoiled milk. That's what they look like.
Yeah, that's it.
I don't know. I like the hairpiece, the fastener up there, and the rest of the outfit. I just wish that her petals weren't droopy.
Yeah. Yeah, because
But
we had those lilies at our house before, didn't we?
yeah, I grow them every year. This one, they're Asiatic lilies.
So Georges and Mistress One, what do you think of that?
I didn't like Mistress's rap as much as I liked Lydia's. So I think that kind of threw it off. I think she should have been there with Georges. Georges did really well in this, but I have an issue with Georges because she always dances exactly the same and no one seems to notice. She
Mm,
does the same moves all the time. Now she's
yeah.
got like this whole Megan android movement she always does. And look, now she's ripped off her skirt. That's
Yeah.
just me. How do you feel about it?
I mean, I kind of agree. I also I went into this season kind of rooting for Georges because I felt like she got robbed on the last season of All Stars because she did so well, especially in that final performance. But she put a bad taste in my mouth with everything that happened with Mistress. And I get that it's TV. Like, I live for the drama of it for TV, but at the same time, I feel like it was kind of fucked up. And if you have to win by screwing people over, did you really win? I don't know.
Right.
But I kind of knew they were going to come in the top. I knew Mistresses was going to be in the top just by the way her outfit looked. I had a feeling. She's a dancer, performer. It makes sense. I think kind of that it should have been Lydia and maybe Nicole just based on how funny Nicole's was. I can see why Georges was in the top. What did you
Yeah,
think about them both winning the lip sync and splitting the point?
I think that was bullshit. I think that Mistress, with her angry bird realness on her face, should not have won half of a point because Georges clearly outshined her.
Yeah, I agree. So
Moving on. Sorry.
no, I was gonna say, so moving on. Now they got to dole out some points here, these four. And what did you think about how the second round of point sharing went down? Also, love Carrie's crazy hair again.
It's cute.
The crazy messy buns. I think they're awesome.
Yeah, I loved her hair too. If I remember correctly, they did it fair this time, right?
For the most part.
But I think it was pretty fair.
And Nicole got her point. She finally got a point. And as she said, she's well on her way to winning. So this was the
This,
Wild
yes.
West runway look for the last season of the Pink Bracket, last episode of the Pink Bracket. There were some really, really fun looks like this one from Tina. I loved. And there were some not so great looks like the first one from Miss Brooks
Oh, Lord.
and this one from Miss Brooks.
We'll talk about that in a minute. I've got lots to say about this.
But then there was this one was fucking phenomenal.
Yeah, but Lydia always does well, and she
I
made that
know.
from scratch.
And the fact that she only had 5 days to get ready, like, how? How did you do all of that?
Yeah, that's a lot. And just as a testament to how talented she is.
Yeah. Oof. Okay. What did you think of Georges's look?
It's a bodysuit again with cuffs. I appreciate that she went more saloon girl than she did more of a character from the Wild West rather than
Going like
was it?
cowgirl.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I appreciate that, but it's essentially a bodysuit, fishnets, and a bow.
Yeah. She looks cute.
She
I
also looks
agree.
possessed. They hate those contacts.
No, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying, especially in this image. Excuse me. But
Very
yeah,
cold.
no, I agree. I I really like this, but There's something about it that I don't like, and I can't put my finger on what that is. I know it's like a call out to Beyonce, and I think she
Mm.
looks stunning. I think it might just be the picture because I remember watching this and thinking to myself that I really loved it. But for some reason, right now, looking at this image, I'm like, not my favorite.
Yeah, I don't. I think it's the chaps that kind of take you out of it. They look like those cheap ass gloves that you get in to dye your hair.
Yeah, but I remember when we were watching it that when she was coming down the runway and you could see all like the pieces hanging from the hat and the way
Mm.
the chaps were moving, it actually looked really pretty because it looked almost like water, the chaps, the way the shininess of them, iridescent quality of them with the way they flowed.
Mm.
But I think it's just the picture that's not doing the outfit any justice.
Yeah, probably. I I mean, she does look like she's wrapped in toilet paper, but at least the toilet paper has a shape.
Yeah, true. Very true. Lydia's to me was the most well, Lydia's and Tina's were the two that were the most wild, wild west, in my opinion.
Yeah, this is very cowboy camp, though.
Yeah, this is very like cartoon character meets high fashion for me.
Yeah, I like the weaving in the front. I like the patchwork that she did on the bodysuit. The gloves, they're cow hide gloves. I didn't love the hat, and there's a reason for that, and we'll get to that later. But I like the fringe on the hat. That was
Oh,
cool.
I was gonna say I really love the fringe on the hat. What was it about the hat that you didn't like?
It was screaming more English nautical pirate than cowboy.
Okay, I can see what you're saying.
So that was my take on it. But yeah, I think this was definitely a big hit for Lydia.
And normally I wouldn't. I'm with Michelle, and I don't like the flatter hair, but I think in this look it worked really well.
Yeah, I don't know that there's anything else she really could have done with it.
Yeah,
She kind of looks like someone that's gonna go. She looks like a rancher.
yeah.
They usually just put their hair in a ponytail. But yeah, I like this one. I've got nothing nice to say.
Yeah, I don't either. I don't like it. I feel like she's trying to steal Tina's style. Oh, the only thing I like about it is I don't know if it would be considered the bustle piece on the sides where they're like flames. I think that looks cool, and I like how it ties into the flames on the top of the corset. But I think this is
Mhm.
way too simple. It doesn't read Wild Wild West to me just because it's a cowboy hat and some chaps, and it looks like it doesn't fit, or like you've got something going on in the crotch over there.
Yeah, I see that. The major issue I have with this is the hat because I know that she's doing it her way, but being from Texas, why the fuck are you wearing a Blackbeard hat? That just, to me, that doesn't scream Stetson. That screams like high seas, rum, about to fucking crash. Actually, you remember Pirates of the Caribbean where Jeffrey Rush was playing the opposite Johnny Depp? That looks like his hat. That's the
Yeah,
big issue I have with it. The fringe
see
is
what you're
good and
saying.
everything, but I don't like the nude illusion crotches. She's clearly like stuffed full of small orphan meat or something. It doesn't look good. She has that
No,
whole saggy crotch thing, and it's so weird.
not
I
a
don't
good
know.
time.
Sorry.
Mm-mm. Not living for it.
No, the hair looks great, but yeah, that's probably that's all I gotta say about it. Her face looks like Angry Birds.
Always, always.
You can really see her lips in this one. Anyway, moving on. Sorry. Oh, I've got lots of things wrong with this.
Okay, I'm gonna let you start, and then I'm gonna tell you the tea that I have heard on this look.
I I really hope that it's what I think it is.
What you think it is about the tail?
Yeah, is that a fucking butt plug?
So that is what. So I've heard from different places that from watching some reviews on this, there are somebody on the show, I believe it was Kerry, said that it was a butt plug, and that is why she's like scurrying so weird down the runway. That it's not just her trying to like walk like a horse. It's actually because she has to move like that to keep it in. I don't know if it's
Yeah.
true. I don't know if it's true, but it's what I heard. So yeah,
Well,
just saying.
where else would it be tied to though? Like it just doesn't make any sense.
I completely agree. When as soon as I heard it, I was like, that only makes sense. It only makes sense.
I mean, it's creative because the tail is hair,
It's
like human
wild.
hair.
It's
Yeah,
definitely
it definitely.
wild.
But the moment I saw it, I was like, is this a fucking butt plug? Like, why is she doing this? And if she had to scurry down the freaking runway to make sure that that stayed in, how loose is her asshole?
Well, she
And that
says
she
she's
was
a
worried it was
top,
going
so
to
I don't
fall out.
know. I don't know if there's any of this is true. But then again, I don't know
I
that
don't
she's
know.
really a
Well,
top.
yeah, that's giving bottom vibes. I don't know. I think these are the pink. No, she didn't wear pink in her promo. She like her shoes were silver in the promo.
Yeah. I don't
I
like that the
think I would have
pink
liked it more. Yeah, sorry. Go ahead. I think you're
uh,
gonna say what I was gonna say.
if the pinks matched.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like it there I'm that's a huge disconnect for me is that I like the saddle piece thing. I think that's kind of cool. But we've seen queens do looks like this. I think it was Davina DeCampo that did it
Yeah.
on UK season 1 with the she did like a horse look and she just looked so cool that this to me is just not it's not there. It's not on the same level. It's
No, she's
wild.
wearing a. Yes, she's wearing a. What do you call that? A cock harness around her head.
Oh my god.
Oh, this is just S and M chic, I guess. Okay, I don't have. I there's some things that take me out of this. It does say Wild West, but it screams Wonder Woman in the Wild West.
Yeah, I can see what you're saying there. I definitely agree with that. I think she needed something like a hat or something or
She
to
did have a
tie it.
hat.
Did she?
Yeah, she took it off at the beginning, though.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe she should have left it on.
Yeah, that would have tied it together more. She's got like the little lassos and everything. I don't know. It screamed Wild Wild West before, but now I see Wonder Woman. That's all I can see.
Yeah, I do. I will say it is one of my favorites of the night, and
Mm.
that this is a Diego Montoya look, just like her promo look, and he actually has an installment. I want to say in Ohio or Illinois. I'm probably getting the state wrong.
Oh,
He has an installment somewhere in a museum with a bunch of his designs for drag queens. It's pretty awesome. Anyway,
yeah, that is
just a
awesome.
fun tidbit.
But who won, Sean?
Oh, that would be Georges and Lydia, and that was for the Rusical challenge. What did you think of everyone's performance in the Rusical?
Oh, I don't really remember it.
That good. That says a lot. From my memory, I thought Lydia did great. I thought Georges did great, but Georges is a dancer. Obviously, choreography is her strong suit. Lip syncing is her strong suit.
And then when she actually has to lip sync, she does the same. Now we get down to the finals point giving. Who won, Sean?
Oh, so how did you feel about this? Like going into it, I don't know.
Hmm, I was hoping that anybody but Mistress would make it through.
Yeah.
I
I
think it would have
really
been
wanted
fair. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say I really wanted Tina or Carrie to make it through.
Mhm.
More so Tina for her performance the first week, but it is what it is. It panned out the way that I thought it would. I had a feeling from the beginning that Georges and Lydia were gonna make it through, and something told me that somehow, some way, there was no way that we weren't gonna have a pink bracket end without Mistress Isabel Brooks making it through to the semifinals.
Yeah, it's a shame. But we did find out that the queens get a chance to return to the competition. There's a wild card drawing.
Yes. So I'm hoping that it is Tina that gets brought back. I think that out of this bracket, she probably deserves it the most. I think Carrie did great, but with Tina having that win, I still feel like she deserves that chance to fight for the win at the end.
Yeah, to be honest, I don't remember anyone from the orange bracket. Oh, yeah, you had Olivia Lux and stuff. I remember the winners, but I don't remember the ones that didn't make it through. So, as far as I'm concerned, Tina should be the one who comes through.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
But,
So then, so Mistress gives her point to Lydia, which puts Lydia in second place right after Georges, and then Mistress in third for this bracket. So we've got those three moving on. And we know this episode was a little long, but we wanted to get the whole pink bracket review done for you guys. And now moving forward, we can start doing episode by episode reviews and of the purple bracket and then the semifinals. And we will still get you our thoughts on the orange bracket soon. Yeah. Well, thank you everyone for joining us again for another episode of the Gag Order. We will be back again later this week with more judgment for these queens. Remember, this is all good fun. We could never do what they're doing. Join us again soon. Bye.
And that's a wrap. Thank you for tuning in. If you laughed, cringed, or felt seen, do us a solid. Like, follow, subscribe, and tell a friend to join the chaos. We'll see you next time for more real talk and avocado level drama. Stay weird.